which I promised about 13 days ago. So it's been long awaited, and it's been long awaited due to our absolutely enormous subscriber count, which is at 666 right now. The devil's number. That is just insane. The channel has grown massively, massively, all thanks to you guys, because I think this Q&A video was supposed to be celebrating 300 subscribers, and now that's doubled to over 600, making its way to 700, which is just crazy to think about, really. And that's all thanks to you guys, and I do have all of you to thank individually, so thank you so much. Even if this is your first time watching or you're a long time viewer of the channel, just thank you so much. It honestly means so much to me, so thank you. And you've probably noticed that today we're doing things a little bit different because I'm actually holding my microphone. I thought I would try something a little bit different, because where I film the space is very limited, and I literally can't move when I have my microphone in front of me, and so I thought, just make things easier, I would try experimenting by holding the mic that we are putting in centre for you guys, by holding the mic, because I saw the ASMR gamer do this in his most recent videos for his chill out ramble sessions. So I thought I'd give it a go. But again, if you guys don't like it, just put it down in the comments down below. Then I would revert back to using the mic stand, because in the next video I probably will use the mic stand again. But I thought, just for flexibility, because we will just be talking, I'll just hold it so we can go from side to side and to the centre. Right. So I say let's get into the questions. Your guys' questions, all your questions. So yeah, I commented in the video, video that I was uploaded 12 days ago. I said I need your questions, people, to celebrate it in 300 subscribers. Now again at 666, insane. I thought it would be fun to do a Q&A with you all. So if any questions, then leave them down below, and I'll be answering them in the next video. And that was a lie, because I did a shoe collection video. But now we're doing it. Now we're getting round to doing it. Oh yeah, and you see those balloons behind me. I just had my birthday, and my mum was tired of them being downstairs, so they're in my room now. And in terms of lighting as well, I have my main light on as well as the LEDs, just to make the lighting a bit more stable, because in the previous episode the lighting was a bit off. It kept on going light and dark, light and dark, light and dark, like this. So I'm trying to eliminate as much of that, shifting of lightness. It is just down to me having not the best equipment at my disposal. So yeah, hopefully in the coming months, we should be able to get better equipment, hopefully. So yeah, anyways, here is the first question from Isaac Walker. How are the virus times in the UK? Not good, to say the least. Not good, because it has become quite a controversial conversation topic. Hello, Maestro. Hello. Yeah, the cat's with me tonight. He's just woken up. Hello. Oh, hopefully it doesn't make too much noise. Anyways, yeah, it's becoming has become quite a controversial topic. Because you've got people on both sides of the spectrum, and what I'm talking about is in terms of siding with the government. Because when it comes to talking about how is the virus being dealt with in the UK, it falls into the topic of how good is our government. And personally, I don't like how the situation's been dealt with. I'm not a fan of our Prime Minister. A lot of people my age aren't a fan of our Prime Minister Boris Johnson, as well as they're not the biggest fan of the Conservative Party. My generation is a very Labour-based generation. I won't go too much into politics because I know it's going to be quite touchy, but we're in our third lockdown now, and it's like we're playing, we're in, we're out, we're in, we're out. It's the government can't seem to make up their mind what they want to do, as well as they don't know how, they don't know when or what they want to do with easing lockdown restrictions. Because schools have been a big topic of conversation. How they kept on saying at the start, oh, schools are safe. They're a safe ground for students and for anyone. And yet they're closed. And there's topics of them being breathing grounds for the virus. And so it's not clear at all. It's the problem with the virus here. I think it's the clarity of what's going on, of the topic, of the situation, how this been handled, is annoying, really. So yeah, it's not good. And there's where I live, there's a new strain. The new strain popped up here in Kent. So yeah, that's not good. It's nothing it's not like it's more serious, it's just different symptoms. I think it's more so vomiting, diarrhea. Not the most relaxing words out there, but that is what's the new symptom. That's what's showing. The new variant. I mean, that's a new variant. That's the symptoms are showing for that. Yeah, sorry to start this video out on a bummer like that. But yeah. In general, how each virus times in UK? Not good, not brilliant. This question is from the user. I can't think of a name. That's a good name. How old are you? I am 19. I'm 19 years old. I am 19 years old. I just turned 19 a week ago, last week, on Friday, because my birthday is the 5th of February. So a lot of my videos, I am 18, but yeah, I'm now 19. I mean, I still feel like I should be in year 11. I still feel like I'm 16. I don't think I've changed since then. So yeah, I am 19. Clayton Smith asks, where in the UK are you from? So yeah, as you can tell, I'm from down south with my accent, and like I just said, I'm from the county of Kent, which is known as the Garden of England. The Garden of England. In Kent it's not actually no, it is an important county because you've got places like Canterbury. Canterbury is very, very historically important to the UK and religion as a whole. Well, Christianity, or is it Christianity Catholic? I don't know. I'm not big on religion. I don't know too much about religion, but Canterbury is a very high up a place when it comes to religion. Not that a lot of people that are religious, but because of Canterbury Cathedral and the Archbishop of Canterbury and the influence and importance that it has from that. And then the capital of Kent, capital is Maidstone. Maidstone, that's where the Kent County Council is held. That's where it's headquarters, I guess you can say. That's where that is. And you've got other places like Dover, which pops up frequently in terms of Brexit, which is a whole other conversation on its own. Yeah, lots of talk about Brexit a lot of the time, mostly negative when it comes, not negative but controversial stuff. Again, everything's controversial now, isn't it? And the other big places in Kent, you got Margate, not as big as the other places, but a stable name in its own. won't say where I'm exactly from, but I'm from the Canterbury district. That's the district that I'm from, the Canterbury district. It's a nice place, Kent. You know, England's a nice place. And then I go to university in Surrey, which is the county next to Kent. It's about like an hour, 45 minutes away, like a journey. Well, because my uni's on the very edge of Surrey, so it's only really about like an hour to get to Surrey. Like the border, like when touching borders, where I'm from at least, and that side of Kent. Thank you for the question. I'm just scrolling now to see the rest of our question. This question is from Isabella Brooke. What are your favourite triggers? I would just have to say whispering is probably my favourite trigger, because a lot of the time I do just watch like whispered rambles on in the background. Say if I'm like playing a game, or I want to, fall asleep, which is generally what ASMR is used for, I will just, put on a ramble. My light is making a noise, like a flickering noise. Hopefully it's not too loud and not too distracting. Sorry if you can hear that. But yeah, whispering is probably my go-to. And then tapping. Tapping is such a universal trigger. I mean, you can't go wrong with tapping. I really like tapping on cases, like game cases, that is. And phone tapping, like on the glass on the phone. That's really nice. Book tapping, that's really good. It's any tapping really is good. Apart from that, those are like my two main go-to and only really triggers. I used to be a really big fan of inaudible whispering, but now like the mouse sounds get to be a bit more than what they used to, so I can't watch it too much. But if I find someone that because when it comes to finding a whisper that you like, it is very specific. So if I find someone that I like their inaudible whisper that I really like, then yeah, I'll watch it, because it can be really good sometimes. Like Mads ASMR, I know that inaudible whispering is very mouse soundsy, but I don't know, there's something about her inaudible whispering which is really good and it's really relaxing. So if I want to watch inaudible whispering, I'll just watch Mads ASMR. Let me just see if I've missed any comments on this page. Right, we're done with that one. Let's go to the next one. Sorry about this, just trying to get to the questions. Another question from Isabella Brooke. What shoe do you want next? Yes, what a good question, There are multiple shoes which I'm looking at to get right now, should be quite light. So there are two Nike Dunks that I'm looking at right now. One which is called the Medium Curry. It is a shoe which features brown suede, curry looking suede, with a tan and a brown swoosh. As the Nike ticket, and it features primarily suede material, which is my favourite material on a shoe. So any shoe which features suede, it will grab my attention, and I really like browns. Browns are probably my favourite colour. That's, as weird as it sounds, I don't know, not just saying brown is my favourite colour, but like variants and shades and tans of browns. It's going to be really nice. So yeah, the Medium Curry SB Dunk, I can match it with so many of my outfits, and it would just be such an easy wear. And Nike Dunks are like crazy popular right now. I'm not getting it because of the popularity, but in general, Nike Dunks have just like since the beginning of last year, just skyrocketed. It's skyrocketing. resale prices on some of the shoes, like Dunks, is insane. It is ridiculous. Some of the prices. You got the strange gloves which came out this time last year. They're selling like crazy. Other Dunks, the off-white Dunks which came out of December of 2019. Those are great. The Michigan off-white Dunks are probably my favourite Dunks. If I could have any dunk in the world, it would be them. And then the other dunk which I'm on the lookout for, which I actually just saw today, is called the Nike SB Dunk, of course, camcorder. And this shoe was, what I love about this shoe is that around the shoe it has like words that you'll find, associating to a camera, so shutter speed, white balance, peak, all that sort of stuff. It's like on like the heel of the shoe, it's like with the swoosh. And if I quite like cameras. I like photography. I like recording films, and so for me, I feel like this is such a perfect balance between what I want to do and love doing, which is using cameras, and shoes. Two of my favourite things put together, and I feel like it is just the perfect shoe. And that comes out the 20th of February, so is that this week? It might be this week. And then the medium curry comes out on the 19th, so I'm gonna have to make up my mind which one I want. Actually, there's another one which also comes out on the 20th, which is the Yeezy 700 V3 Kyanite. I think that's how you pronounce it, and it's a white and light blue colourway. They've already released a blue version of the 700 V3, but this blue, like the blue that was released before, was a very blue. I don't know how to explain it, but the blue was just so like hitting, and it was just too much for me. And this one is a lot more softer. It looks softer. Like the original one looks harsh. This one looks soft, and it's a lot more wearable, I think. And it has a gum sole, and I love gum soles. So that's perfect. So yeah, those are the three shoes which I'm really looking forward to, and they all come out in the day after each other, which, terrible timing. What can you do? Larry Robin, again, how old am I? 19. And then Kian Rodriguez Nadana asks, my question would be, what is your dream or your goal in life? Good question, that. I guess my goal would be what profession I want to do. My goal in life would be to end up being a camera operator, whether that's for films, TV adverts, TV in general. If I'm able to, equip a camera, use a camera in my job, then I'll be happy, because I want to record stuff, I want to capture stuff, I want to, experiment, I want to create, and I find that easiest through a lens. I'm not so much of a director person, I'm not good at screenwriting, so that stuff I'm going to leave that stuff and stick to the technology, to stick to the camera. That is my goal in life. If I was to become a cinematographer, a DOP, for sure, director of photography, then that would be amazing. But to become a cinematographer, it is near enough to impossible. Nothing's impossible, but it's very, very hard, especially in the film industry with a lot of people going into it. It is a risk. To say that what I'm doing at university is a risk. I understand that. I admit it. There's a risk I'm willing to take. So yeah, that is a ultimate goal of my life, is to become a cinematographer. We'll just have to see if that happens. The next question comes from send you L7. What's your favourite comic? Oh, what is my favourite comic? Just looking over my stack over there. Alright, I've got 3. I'll do my top 3. So number 3 would be Avengers Forever, and that was a storyline to do with Kang the Conqueror, and it's kind of like how Endgame. So Endgame took influence. The Russo brothers took influence from this comic, Avengers Forever. So basically, a bunch of Avengers from different timelines and time periods get like zapped together as a team. So you got Hank Pym, younger and older version of him, I'm pretty sure. It's been years since I've read it, so like some bits are fuzzy. You got Captain Marvel, actually not Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, he's in it. You got some others, but yeah, Kang the Conqueror is the main villain, but I think also the younger Kang is working with the Avengers. It's a bit confusing, it's been a while since I read it, but I remember loving it. I thought it was a brilliant comic series, like a line of comics. And I remember, when the hype was building up to Endgame, everyone was trying to guess, what's the title going to be, or what's this going to be? And the Russo brothers came out and said that the closest the closest thing that anyone's thought of is Avengers Forever, which is something that I guessed with my mates. So I was quite chuffed with that. It does help that I read the comic, and all the leaked images and whatnot were kind of hinting towards a team-up sort of affair. Not team-up, but travelling through different periods of the Avenger timeline. So yeah, that was quite cool. That was number 3. Number 2 is Marvel Zombies. It's nothing like important in terms of like big storylines and whatnot, but it's just such a fun comic, exploring the ideas that all these, superhero villains turn into zombies, and you get cool like character dynamics and relationships. Like at the start they're chasing Magneto, and that man just gets it eaten to bare bits. It's just crazy. Galactus, he's a giant zombie, they have to, stop him. It's just such a fun comic to read. It's quite a small one as well, so you can read it in one session. And I do believe that they all pop up in the new Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, like just for like 2 seconds or something. I feel like we will get some sort of glimpse at Marvel Zombies, because man, that is so good. It is so good. And my favourite is the comic series Marvels. Sounds a bit confusing, doesn't it? But Marvels depicts the birth of superheroes through the eyes of a journalist. So it starts out with the Human Torch, being showed off, and then he has a battle with Namor. It is incredible, and you go through, the birth of the Avengers to the X-Men, the riots, X-Men, mutants, they should be abolished, they shouldn't be a thing, to Spider-Man, and this journalist follows it all, documenting, and you get to see in his own life as well. Not only do you see the superheroes, what they are, but you also see him, and you have that personal connection to the journalist. And what I think my favourite aspect of the comic is that it's all like watercoloured, it's all watercolour painted. So it just looks beautiful. Like some of these shots are just stunning to look at. I remember when the Human Torch and Namor having their battle, there's like Namor comes in riding on this massive tsunami wave, and it's a 2-spread drawing of it. And it's incredible to look at. I absolutely love it. So yeah, Marvels is my favourite comic book. Monkeybot asks, hello Monkeybot. Monkeybot's been a long time viewer of the channel. Thank you very much, Monkeybot. I say a long time, it's been a month, but that feels very long. What made you start an ASMR channel? Yes. Quite a common question with ASMR artists, because it is quite interesting. What makes someone start an ASMR channel. And for me, I've wanted to start an ASMR channel for about 2 years now. It has been 2 years I've been wanting to start a channel for, because I've been watching ASMR for about 5 or 6 years, something like that. And I feel like once you've watched it for a really long time, you want to start doing it yourself. You want to see what it's like. You want to experience it. But in terms of what clicked for me, I'll tell you what it was. I was at uni. I was in my bed doing nothing. I was on my phone, and I needed something to do. I wanted to do something. I wanted to be productive with something that I would know I would enjoy and love doing. And so I thought, well, if I ask for this microphone for Christmas, I can start making videos. And that was it, really. It's kind of like I've always wanted to do some sort of project thing, whether that be a podcast or create a YouTube channel. I feel like having a project is something good, even if it's like a YouTube channel. Some people may not see a YouTube channel as a project of sorts, but I do like to see it as a project. So yeah, that's the answer to that. It's something to keep me productive, really. Because I know that I need to be more productive myself. I'm a lazy person, and so hopefully I can learn from doing this. And of course, a good thing to do is help others, help you guys fall asleep, help you guys be relaxed. Because I don't know, I feel like I've never really given much to people before, so doing this could feel good. So I just want to add my own to the community. Bring what I've got to the tables. Thank you for that question, Monkey Pop. Ava Catherine asked, what was your dream job profession? So yeah, as I said earlier, with my goal in life, it is to be a camera operator of sorts, whether that be just being a camera assistant, what's the word I'm looking for? Not mobilised. I don't know. Just use cameras basically in terms of recording and filming. And going back to my goals, what's my goals? I feel like in life I don't want to be worried, in the sense that I want to be stable. I know that's very hard, I gotta accept, look into the real world, that I will never be stable. But if the ultimate goal would be to be stable, in terms of financially stable, I know that's very hard to achieve, to be stable, but for that being the ultimate goal, something to strive for, something to really motivate yourself. So yeah, thank you for the question. Kim, hello Kim. Kim asked, what kind of music do you listen to? Brilliant question. Let's have a quick look at my Spotify, shall we? I do have a favourite artist. I would say my favourite artist now, it is Kanye West. Let me just flatten that out. Yeah, Kanye West is my favourite artist. Hence sort of for me talking about Yeezys before. I just love Kanye's music. Kanye's music is just something else. It is something different, and I know that I can see why people don't like it. I'm not going to be like, oh, you don't like Kanye, oh, you don't have real music taste. No, I mean, it's good everyone has different music tastes. It's what gives us so much variety in life and so much different creative thoughts and expression. But yeah, Kanye West, he has brought so much joy, so much joy and happiness to me. I know it sounds stupid, but honestly, as his music just, it hits different, to say the least. It really does. And my favourite albums from him are Yeezus. Yeezus is probably number one. And number two is Kid See Ghosts. I know it's not a solo album, it's technically Kanye West and Kid Cudi. one, but I do count it as, when I rank them. So yeah, Yeezus, Kids See Ghosts, and then my third favourite, which will come to a surprise to a lot of you, is Yay. I think Yay is a flawless album and a pretty underrated album. Like, there are literally no skips. Yeah, it's short, but I prefer quality over quantity. Yeah, you have an album like Life of Pablo, which is stacked with tunes, but they're not all consistent. And with Yay, you have the consistency, which is what I look for in a good album. Because some of my favourite tracks are On Sight from Yeezus, New Slaves from Yeezus, Fourth Dimension from Kids See Ghosts, Ghost Town. Ghost Town is beautiful. Ghost Town on Yay is out of this world. Violent Crimes is beautiful as well. 10 out of 10. And I Thought of Killing You is amazing as well. Brilliant song, brilliant intro song. So yeah, other music, to stop talking about Kanye, let's talk about other music. Brockhampton. I was supposed to see them last year in May, but of course the pandemic happened and everything got shut down, so fingers crossed we'll get to see them this year in May. It's not really looking too likely, if I'm honest though, so that'd be a shame. And the new album should come out next month, or in March. I mean, this month or next month. Hopefully this month. Because, yeah, Ginger was okay. I wasn't the biggest fan of Ginger. Because my favourite album from them is Iridescence. I love that album, the hard-hitting basses on that album. It's just wow. Because the music, the genre of music which I'm mostly into is hip-hop, rap hip-hop, industrial hip-hop, not industrial like as hard as Death Grips. I'm not too much into the experimental industry hip-hop, but more of the softer stuff, like the softer industrial hip-hop that you see on Yeezus. That's what I'm used to. Maybe I'll get into Death Grips, but for now they're a bit too much. Same with 100 Gex. My god, I can't sound 100 Gex. I've had them recommended to me, but no, I'm not listening to 100 Gex. Not a chance. Brockhampton. Where the Cash At, love that. Vivid District, amazing songs. Ginger does some features, some decent tunes. If You Pray Right. What was the first one called? The first single, I mean. It was I've Been Born Again. I really like I've Been Born Again. I think that's really good. And then of course you have the Saturation trilogy, where you have like songs. Honey from Iridescence as well. I love Honey. Dom's verse on Honey is the best rap verse from Brockhampton's discography. No cap. You have Biggie. You have Hottie. Hottie's brilliant. Rental. Saturation 3 is probably my favourite Saturation in the collection. Junkie. Junkie's brilliant. Swamp. So yeah, but also I'll quickly say some of them. Artists that I like, Duckworth. Duckworth has a brilliant collection. I'm not the biggest fan of his newest album. It's a bit different to his other stuff for me. Different vibes, I guess you can say, because it is a feel-good album, and not that, I don't want to listen to feel-good stuff, feel-good, music's brilliant. But I really like his, I don't know, his more aggressive tone of music. Because, again, I quite like aggressive sounding music. That's just my taste. My girlfriend and I are very different. She hates aggressive music. Not that she hates music I listen to, but it can be a bit overwhelming for her, to say the least. But I quite like overwhelming sounds, if that makes sense. Not that Duckworth has the most overwhelming sounds, but yeah, he has some brilliant tunes. Michael, Throw Your Ass Out, the Sky. What else does he have? Bow, fall back, soprano. I don't know why I bet it's just soprano. Sally Mae. And then you got I'm Dead, Get Ugly, Run. All brilliant tracks from Duckworth. And I'll quickly say some other artists. Maverick Sabre, Caliuchis. Caliuchis has an amazing voice. I love Caliuchis. The album Isolation is probably my top 10. It's such a brilliant album, Isolation. Tyler the Creator. I only listened to Igor. Igor is such a brilliant album, but I'm struggling to get into his other albums. Maybe I will do, but for now it's just Igor for Tyler the Creator. I also listen to Arctic Monkeys, Gorillaz. I absolutely love Gorillaz. I saw them live. The only people that I've actually seen live is Gorillaz. Damon Albarn is such a music genius, I think. He's brilliant. Amy Winehouse, her voice was just amazing. Amy Winehouse, honestly, brilliant. A lot of people have listened to Amy Winehouse, but if you haven't listened to her first album, Frank, I highly recommend that you listen to Frank. It's really good. Right, we spent a long time with that question, so let's get to the other finishing questions. What phone do you have? This is a iPhone 6 Plus. It is actually my sister's old phone. I used to have the Google Pixel 3a, but that broke. And so instead of getting it fixed, I just borrowed her old one and used that. I'm looking to upgrade to a Galaxy though in summer. I'm not the biggest fan of Apple. I prefer like Android and Samsung. So get Galaxy. I like the camera quality. I have Galaxy Buds, so you know that connection makes more sense. So, apologies, I'm really tired right now. I'm struggling to see the screen. ASMR, Himmel. Sorry if I butchered your name there. I got a fluff in my nose right now. What was your favourite childhood movie? Oh, it's not just my favourite movie, but my favourite. My favourite movies when I was a child. Right, I don't watch these anymore, but when I was a child, I remember absolutely loving Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That just hit different. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And recently they put out a thing on Netflix, wasn't it? Or something like they've grown up and they've got kids or something. I don't know. Sorry, I can't actually know. Looks just as bad as the original movie. But yeah, I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. Scooby-Doo, the 2 Scooby-Doo movies that released, I thought brilliant when I was a kid. I especially really liked number 2. I remember watching number 2 all the time. Where was the Polar Express? I still watch Polar Express actually. The Polar Express and the Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause, are 2 really vivid movies I remember watching as a kid. And now over this, last Christmas I was watching them with my girlfriend because they're brilliant movies. I can't really think of what else I really enjoyed when I was a kid. My favourite childhood movies. Bridge to Terabithia. I remember watching that a lot. Sad movie though, but I didn't realise how sad it was when I was watching it. In my head, I was just like, "Oh, she's gone." But I won't spoil it. Actually, we'll stay away from that. But yeah, brilliant movie, Bridge to Terabithia. I believe that's all the questions. I'm just making sure I haven't missed any. And then we're just going to quickly check this part here. Oh wait, no, I did miss a question from Angela, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong there. What headphones to use? These are, I cannot remember. Oh god, oh no. Does it sound this bag? No, it doesn't. What if I quickly take them off? The DT770 Pro. My hair's crazy. Right, I just had to put you down for a minute. Hopefully that wasn't too loud when I was putting you down. But yeah, those are the headphones that I have. And what I literally did, I literally typed into Google best headphones for editing, and these are the ones that came up. They're super comfy. Like this Palanir is very soft, so velvety. It just cushions your ears so nice. They're not really used for listening to music. I wouldn't. Yeah, they're not recommended to, just go out and about. They're meant for studio use. No, I don't like a studio, but you know what I mean. And I should probably check if I've missed any more questions, because I probably have, because I'm blind. Just have another look. Alright, I think that should do it. I feel like we got through all the questions. Brilliant question, guys. So thank you all that have commented, and everyone else that has just commented in general. It's really nice to see all your really, really kind words. It actually does bring a smile to my face. So thank you very, very much. I'm still trying to think of what the next video will be in the next couple of days. Maybe I don't know. I'll think about it. Have a little ponder and a wonder about it. Because I do want to have a video with some chewing gum. Maybe a controller sounds and chewing gum. Maybe. Or if you have any suggestions down below. That reminds me, I need to do a book reading, because someone requested that. It's embarrassing, I don't have any actual books. I have comic books, but I don't know, I'd rather have something which I can read for pages, because with comic books it's quite a lot of page turning and whatnot. It's quite a hassle. So I need to find an actual book. I know, embarrassing. I am an embarrassment. So yeah. So I'll get on that, because I did promise that, and I'll have a look through the other comments, because I know I have promised some other videos. So that's what I'll do. Blimey, we get to 45 minutes. So I'll wrap it up here, guys. Thank you very much for watching today's video. It was a good video to make. Hopefully you guys have learned something about me. Something interesting. So yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else to say.